Hi, I'm Jocelyn. Welcome to class. So on this Fast Easy Vegan class, we're going to do a tomato pie. This is not a recipe in the book. This is just, I just got a wild hair. I had an idea, I want to do it, and I want you guys to come and play with me. So this came about, today I went to my farm stand. And it's kind of the last gasp of summer here, and I was craving peaches, so yeah, there was a mountain of peaches left. But then they had these big boxes of heirloom tomatoes for $5 for the whole box. Hence tomato pie. Let me show you. Aren't they gorgeous? Yeah, I could have had the green ones, I could have had red ones, I could have had purple ones, or these kind of yellow ones. And in my experience, these are the sweetest. So, okay, we're gonna have a very juicy dish. I could just cut these up and put them in our baking dish and stick them in the oven for an hour. But then you'd have tomato soup. So, the pie crust is really useful for soaking up juices, but because pie crust uses a ton of lard or, whatever they use, it's nothing that we want to eat. So what I'm going to do, and this was my idea, to just on the bottom of the pan, put some mustard spread bread, whole grain of course, at the bottom of the dish, and then put the pile of tomatoes on top of that, and hopefully you see the bread works as a sponge and doesn't dissolve altogether. Ooh, that's the challenge. So I could use a knife, right? So I want to cut these in fairly decent slabs. So these are, well, you can see I just stuck my thumb in this one, so yeah. Very, very juicy. Especially after I went on this huge rant about overly juicy lasagna. I don't know if you've watched the lasagna video yet, but yeah, I can't stand soupy lasagna. It's just wrong. Okay. Can you see? You cannot. Let me trade places here with that. Okay. So now I have my mustard spread bread in the bottom of the dish. And take some of these tomatoes and just stack them up. Okay, we could use at least one more. Oh, I want to use this one. Let's see. So I've got the oven heating up. We're going to cook this at 350 for an hour. And let those tomatoes sort of collapse and caramelize a bit. And, even if it doesn't taste great, it's quite beautiful. So, I don't experiment very often. I really like to work with an actual recipe. So this is like really unusual for me to wing it this way. All that I'm trying to tell you with that is that if this doesn't work out, that's okay. We'll do another recipe. And believe me, you'll be the first to know. Well, the second to know. I'll be the first to know if it doesn't work out. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of mustard over these tomatoes as I did under them, because mustard and tomatoes is just a glorious combination of flavor. but we don't want to be buried in mushrooms, in mustard. I'm not a huge fan of mustard. So this is really important to put some flavor on these gorgeous tomatoes that will enhance, support, and, well, yeah, enhance the flavor of what we have here. So these are all supporting flavors. I'm going to slice up an onion because I love a little crispy, kind of burned onion coming out of the oven on a casserole. Oh, it's lovely, I think. Okay. I'll show you how I cut an onion. Slice off the top and the bottom, whack it in half, and then just peel off that first layer of skin when that first ring, like a tree ring. Okay, let's get some slices going here. That last slice is always tricky, a little bit on the wibbly side. Okay. So I'm just separating. So this is like a half an onion. Just fling it across the top there. So we have mustard spread bread on the bottom. Some gorgeous heirloom tomatoes on the top with some onions on the top of that. Dare I put another layer of onions? You know, that's our oven singing to us, telling us it's ready. So I think I'll just put it in the oven and see what happens. I'll see you in an hour, and we'll plate it and take a look. See you then. Well, it's time. Let's take a look at our tomato tart. And better yet, let's taste it. See if it's worth eating. Well, here it is. Let me put it down on these hot pads. There it is. It's kind of lovely looking. It looks dry, but it isn't. But as juicy as these tomatoes are, it makes me suspect that any juice has gone right down into the bread, just as I wanted. Oh, it's all frothy and lovely. Okay, here's what I didn't do. I should have either sprayed the pan or put some liquid down first, because it's sticking. So it's not going to come out nicely. Okay, I was so excited about getting it out of the oven, I forgot to get a plate and a fork. I'll be right back. Okay, we don't need a big plate. All right, let's see how this looks. I think I'm going to try and get it out of here with this. Yeah, it's really stuck to the bottom, and that's chef error. Sorry about that. So cautionary tale, but it came out pretty clean. That's very pretty on that red plate. Okay, drum roll. It's a keeper. See you later.